In today's video, I'll be playing a rapid game where I'll be explaining my thought process as best as I can. You are going to see me come up with middle game plan and end game strategy. This game is going to be very instructive, so stick around and watch to the end. Let's go. I'm playing with white pieces. Let's go for the king's pawn opening. And maybe we get this Scotch game on the board. Scotch Gambit. I prefer playing the Scotch Gambit. Yes, we are likely going to get this Scotch Gambit on the board. Best move is to capture here, which is what my opponent did. Let's go here. Let's see what my opponent knows about this Scotch. I like this Scotch Gambit. It can get really interesting very quickly. So let's see what my opponent is doing. My opponent is taking time thinking, and that might be a good sign for me that my opponent doesn't know too much about this Scotch. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm just setting up this trap, and then I have this move threatening checkmate here. Opponent has to play this move. Opponent doesn't capture. Okay, now I'm just going to capture here. I have a very good control of the center, and then I just castle my king to safety. I feel like just going here. I feel like going here as well. Doesn't really do much. But does it really not do much? Okay, let's not start an attack that doesn't really work. I'm looking at playing a move like this, trying to attack here and attack here, and asking my opponent, if you castle, I play a move like this, just triple up on that. Problem here is that opponent can easily just play this move, and they should be fine. They should be fine. Okay, so if I go here now, okay, yes, this is what I'm going to play. Let's play this move. Support our pawn in the center, also keeping an eye on this square. Let's not go for an attack that just wastes time. And my king is still on the center of the board, so I'm very likely just going to castle next. This move looks also interesting. This move looks interesting to me. Just trying to break open the center. Let's castle our king to safety first. Opponent might be looking at playing a move like this. Okay, I wanted to say if opponent allows me, I'm going to break the pin. I'm going to just break the pin. Looks like that's exactly what I'm still going to do. Let's play this move. I wanted to stop the pin by just pushing a pawn here. Just saying, bro, do not move any piece to my half of the board. Do not move any piece into the square. My opponent move the piece into the square. Now I feel like just doing this with simple plan in mind. Play a move like this, and the knight is trapped. So let's go for it. Let's see if my opponent is going to see it. The plan here is simple. I just want to push this pawn forward, and this knight on the rim is very dim because the knight has no escape square. Okay, my opponent sees my plan. My opponent sees what I'm planning. Let's go here. So now my opponent has to move the knight here, and after they move the knight here, maybe they would like to bring the knight here or bring the knight back here, but can just play a move like this, stop the knight from coming back, and I should be okay. I'm looking at bringing a piece over here, so I can play a move like this. Just put an eye here. Doesn't seem to do much. So my opponent is asking my bishop some question. Do I put the bishop here or just bring the bishop back here? I'm tempted to just bring the bishop back here. Putting the bishop here doesn't make too much sense to me. Let's just go back here. This move looks interesting. That move looks interesting because, oh, my opponent captures there finally. Okay, now my opponent is interested in this move, just moving forward. Do I really want to give up the bishop pair? I don't want to, but we need to calculate because in some cases, giving up the bishop pair is just the wise move to play. Let's say I play a move like this. Let's say I play a move like this. What do I expect from my opponent? If my opponent proceeds to capture here, I was thinking this move traps the piece, but it doesn't. The evil piece can just go back here. Okay, so it doesn't trap the piece. So maybe we should just hold on to our pawn. Let's hold on to our pawn. We are going to kick this knight away first. That's a very strong knight there. Let's bring back our bishop again. I'm looking at pushing this pawn forward. That cannot be a bad move. Is the knight trapped? Our opponent just got his knight trapped. The knight has no square. Okay, the knight has a square. Oh, the only square for the knight. I missed it. Now I feel like just pushing pawn forward and doing all of this. Where's this knight going? Maybe the knight goes here or goes here. And these pawns, they might be a liability or weakness. Okay, pushing pawn forward is bad. My opponent can capture this way. So we shouldn't be pushing that pawn forward. So let's go here instead. If my opponent lands a knight there, I'm just going to chop the knight off. Just remove the knight. Say there, evil knight. You have done a lot of evil in my position. It's time for you to go away. Let's go here. Pushing this pawn forward, I'm interested in. Pushing the pawn forward. just loses the pawn. So let's say we go here next. Do I worry about this move? I have this 1% and I have nothing to worry about there. So let's go here. Let's go this way. I'm looking at maybe bringing a rook here so I can push pawn forward. I want to kick. I really love the way my knights are pointing towards the square. Something I really love. I love that. Okay, looks like my opponent wants to push this pawn forward here and remove a defender, a very key defender of this pawn. That looks like what my opponent is planning to do. So do I push this pawn forward? Yeah, just trying to stop my opponent. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's try to stop my opponent. As soon as I'm able to play this move, my opponent should be very careful because my queen will be joining the game. My bishop are already pointing towards my opponent's king, and this is pure chaos. If I push pawn forward now, okay, I'm just going to lose it. I'm just going to end up losing the pawn. Let's do this. I wish I could just move this rook somehow here because this rook might be very useful on this diagonal, but I can't, and I want to prepare this move. So let's do this. If my opponent does this, I'm just going to do this. I'm not sure what my opponent is doing with that. Not sure why the rook is going there. Okay, I'm going 1%. That's the plan all along. So let's say we push pawn forward. Opponent captures. I capture here. The knight has to go. Where's the knight going to? This move looks interesting, but doesn't really do much. What if I just hop in a knight here? Maybe at the moment, not the best move. So let's just do this instead. I'm just watching now for my opponent's plan. Okay, let's say we go here. Opponent captures here. I capture here. Asking the knight to go away. Opponent has 1, 2. I have 1, 2. And I should be fine. Let's pick up the pace. My opponent has 2-minute time advantage. Go away. Evil knight. Evil knight. Go away. I'm looking at playing this move. Very interesting move. The move comes with the threat of just capturing here. And after I play that move, after I play this move, my opponent is likely going to respond with this move. That's what I expect. Trying to just pile up on this pawn. But when they do that, I'm just going to play this move. I'm just trying to ask my opponent, please create some weaknesses in your position. So let's go here. I need to watch out for this. I really need to watch out for this. Yes, I think I should be safe. I should be safe. This piece, I should watch out for it because it's hanging. There's no the piece is not defended, so you want to watch out for your hanging piece. Opponent still has 2-minute time advantage, so it's time for me to pick up the pace. All right, let's go here. What if my opponent plays this move? Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, opponent doesn't do that. I feel like just going here. This move doesn't work. Okay, I need to just move away. I really need to move away. I need to move away. Let's move away. The reason I'm moving away so that I can actually capture it. Oh my goodness. Did I just blunder this? Looks like my opponent can capture here. And after this trade, capture here. Ooh, that looks interesting. But then I think that move is just going to allow my rook into the game. And my rook joining the party is just interesting. If I decline the trade now, opponent will have 4 pieces looking at this. And if I accept the trade, opponent still has a lot of pieces looking at this. Let's accept the trade. I'm looking at this move. It's simple ideas of just going here for a fork. My opponent has enough pieces, a lot of pieces attacking this, and doesn't really look like I can do much to hold on to this pawn. Or maybe for the pawn, maybe I have the bishop pair. That might be my argument. I have the bishop pair for the pawn. If my opponent plays this move well, my pawn is now defended. Congratulations to me, my pawn is now defended. So I'm not expecting my opponent to play that move. Why was I not even expecting my opponent to play the move? Maybe they were not left with very good options. Alright, I'm looking at this. Is the knight. I thought for a moment the piece is getting trapped. I'm looking at just going here. I do not have this move. So let's just go back here. Let's move fast. I would like to push this pawn forward. My opponent plays this move. Okay. Maybe we kick this knight away and try to play a move like this. I would like to play this move. Just try to open up my opponent's king side. Maybe win some pawns. Look at that. That's just crazy. That's a rook, bro. That's a rook. If you capture now, my knight is not a pawn. The knight just goes back. Appears like my opponent was seeing some ghost. Looks like my opponent was seeing ghost. Let's go for this pin. I love this pin. Opponent is also threatening a fork here. Alright, let's go back here. Can't allow my opponent the only open file on the board, so we are likely going to play this move and challenge my opponent for the only open file. So let's do that. Let's say, dear opponent, kindly leave the only open file for me. Let them move into. Wish I could just harass this knight and win this knight. But yeah, I have maybe a pawn that can just harass this knight, so I just remove the card of this, but I do not. This is the one I can actually harass. I can push a pawn here to kick this knight away. Maybe knight hops in here. The knight is definitely likely going to hop forward. Let's go here. See my opponent playing a move like this, and I'm looking at this move already. Or maybe going here is not that bad. Wow. But the knight just hops in here. I'm looking at playing this move and just trying to trade for 2 pieces. So let's say I play this move. Here's the knight hopping into. The knight goes here. And then I attack the knight again. The knight could go here. Okay, the knight can go there. I'm just going to go forward. If my opponent captures here, be my guess. Let's go forward. Let's start moving fast. My opponent still has like a 2-minute time advantage. Okay, my opponent could play a move like this. Looks like the knight is trapped, but the knight has this move. Right, that move looks interesting. That move looks interesting. Let's go here. Let's go here. Supporting my pawn, defending my pawn. Yes, I saw that move coming. My opponent can still play a move like this just to hit my rook. And then I'm already considering a move like this. Okay. Opponent played that. Now I'm looking at this move. Let's just pile up on this piece. Make the piece move away. The problem is that the piece is going to move here. And I sack here. It makes no sense. Why did my opponent play that move? Is there a fork I should watch out for? The knight are tricky. Hopefully I'm not blundering a fork. Hopefully I'm not giving up a fork. I'm looking at going here next. Just trying to say, bro, I want to win that piece. If my opponent plays this move, I'm already looking at this move. And if my opponent moves the knight, remove the knight I can capture here. But the knight is defended by another knight, so maybe they do not have to move the knight. Let's go up here. I'm looking at playing this move next. Trying to win materia. Trying to win this pawn. My opponent still has 2-minute time advantage. I need to start making move fast. I'm up 3 points of materia, but if I do not play fast, I will just get flagged. If I do not play fast, I'm getting flagged. My opponent pieces are just completely dominated. Very good. Very good. Very good for me. Okay, I should have just traded everything there. Yes, let's go here. That's an interesting pin, but my opponent can just break free from the pin right now. Let's go here. We need to keep moving fast. We need to keep moving fast. That's an interesting pin. If my opponent moves this knight, where are they even moving it to? Okay, they did not move it. Let's go here. Looks like I should pick up that knight. Looks like I should win that knight. I have 59 seconds. I think that should be enough, but I need to move fast. I've gotten flagged a lot in completely winning positions, so I'm being very careful today. Not today. Was this move good? Yes, that was just good. That was completely good. I think I should have just won a knight if I had found that move, but it's better to play a good move. It's better to play a good move very fast than to play. I need to move this just to stay away from tactics. Stay away from tactics. Because if I push pawn forward, my opponent can capture. And when I capture, they capture here. Which is not something I want to see on this board. I'm looking at checks here. Check. And I just queen. Let's go. Where's this knight going? Okay, the knight could go here. I'm looking at this check next. I want to trap this knight. I really want to trap the knight. Did I just walk into a fork? Yes. Oh, that's checkmate. That's a checkmate. That was checkmate in 1. I missed it. I missed that checkmate in 1. Oh, I missed it. Okay, not today. And that's GG's, guys. We are now 2-1.